everything has been settled and the dust is cleared from the world being whooped upside down, then I will gather you. After this other doctrine called rapture say, you're going to get some wings. And all of a sudden, you're just going to be flapping and going to be out of here. And when they come looking for you, your clothes going to be folded nice and neat, like you just bought. And your shoes sitting on top of it. Before the tribulation. That ain't in here. That ain't nowhere found in here. So we're not talking about the rapture. We're talking about the great gathering of the saints of Yahushua. No. They kept his word until the end. Where we at?
For I will take you from among the heathen, right, and gather you out of all countries,
right,
and will bring you into your own land,
right.
Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you.
So the Most High said, look, up until the point that I put some water on you, how you going to trust in yourself that you righteous? Man, see, when I get up there, dog, look, if y'all don't make it, I'll holler at Abraham and tell him, y'all was trying to be down, but I'll speak for y'all. Right.
OG, I'm vouch for you, brother. Holler for me, OG.
Right.
For the word in
Okay, y'all read them other two. That's Psalm 119. Well, let's get that right quick. And then y'all will move on that. John 15, 1 through 3 says the same thing of washing of the word as well as Ephesians 5:22.
Psalm 119.
Read that right quick in Ephesians 5. Y'all read these other two up here about washing right there. And then we're going to get right back on our topic at hand because it's 2:30 hours. So y'all, we get that Psalm 119 and 9, and that's another washing. These other two, John 15, Ephesians 5:22, talking about the washing, New Testament of the Word. So in both of them going to lock up hand in hand. It's a round peg into a round hole. If it's a square peg trying to get in a round hole, it's not going to work. You cannot make these scriptures fit. Prophecy makes it fit. It's not about color. Ain't no father in the Bible when it gives lineage. And Enoch was the son of Methuselah, who was the son of black. What are you reading that as in scripture? Like the son of black. Whose father was crayon. It ain't about flesh. Go ahead, where you at, brother?
Psalms 119 and 9.
Go ahead, 26, no,
26, not 22.
Okay.
Psalms 119 and 9. Wherewithal or how shall a young man cleanse his way?
Y'all see the question, how shall a man cleanse his way? You know you dirtied up when you sin. You know it's dirty. Look, any woman, God forbid, that's ever been raped, they come home and jump in the shower and try to wash it off. They grabbing every soap, Clorox, whatever, just trying to wash the outside, but the dirt ain't on the outside. Where the dirt at? God forbid I sire this dog's child. I don't care how you wash it. If that seed is active and your eggs are active, guess what? There's some drama. That type of stuff ain't going to go on in kingdom life. So y'all, we got to get our minds together about that as well. So no matter how hard you wash, it ain't going nowhere because the inside has been tainted. And the Most High, that's the only thing he look at. He said, I don't look at our cup. I look at the heart of the man. That tells, because he looks at what's called intent of the heart. See, all we can do, because we discern spirit, is we have to wait what comes out of your mouth, and then we judge it. But the Most High know what you was thinking with whatever came out of your mouth. Right. Even if it's charity and you give it something, there's maybe an ulterior motive with this.
Right. Yeah. Like that boy who sidelines the kids.
Right. So there's ulterior motives to giving. So we got to be careful that just because this person did that, what is the intent of the heart? And the Most High has that power. He is not giving that power to us. He said, observe what comes out of their mouth. That's your discernment. If it's my word, and you know my word, then you can fairly judge what they say.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?
Right.
By taking heed thereto, according to thy word.
See, what he got to do, take what?
Take heed thereto, according to thy word.
See, no matter what it is, you got to take heed according to the word. If anything we saying that we're not taking heed, show us, and we'll change our way of thinking.
Yeah.
But don't just tell us, well, come on, think about it. Or you can Google it. Well, if you already Googled it, save us some time.
Chapter and verse.
If you have love for the brethren, because that's in Old and New Testament, that a man love his brother. If you see us heading to whatever judgment the Father has for us because you don't believe in Christ, then you need to be telling us if you got love for us. And if we reject that, kick the dust from your feet on us. But don't hide and sneak around.
Right.
Go ahead. Where you at, bro?
That's it.
John chapter 15. Verse 1.
That's the last one. That on,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll roll on, y'all. We got to get right back. I want to get right to the scripture. This is the main concern. Will I see my family members in heaven? And the ones who don't make it, how am I going to be feeling if I don't see Big Mama? What am I going to do if they don't see me? Are they going to be sad? Well, these questions got to be answered, y'all.
15.
Go ahead.
John chapter 15, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
I am the true vine.
What is he?
The true vine.
Right?
And my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away.
Uh-huh.
And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
See, he purging it. Purging means another way of putting fire on it to get it clean. He'll put fire on it. That's what he said when the second coming. Fire, I'm going to have to fire this earth up and get it clean again. Because it's been dirtied up, y'all. Y'all know all the spills.
Yeah.
Y'all know what y'all done thrown out the window coming back from rallies and stuff.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Right out there.
Right after
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
What are we clean through?
The word that I have spoken unto you.
So whatever somebody's saying is we don't have to do that no more, then it should be in the word.
Right.
I should not have to go by this man's book to prove what you're trying to say that should be in the word. Well, see, if Joel Osteen, the way he breaks it down in his book, no, you find bread that won't satisfy, that won't satisfy. That's his opinion. Go ahead, go ahead. Verse 4, that's it. Let's get right back to the point, y'all. Let's get right into it. Just had to show you them things. I hear you. You want to verse 4, 5?
Verse 4. Abide in me, and I in you.
Right.
As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself,
Right.
except it abide in the vine.
See, a branch cannot abide in itself. Look, if you prune a tree, if you cut this branch off that's hanging over the gut, the energy shoots somewhere else and to another branch. There's people that can train trees to grow over like a shade thing. You know, a partner of mine do it. Even though he planted it to cover his deck years before he even finished the deck. And when the tree got to the point, the trees are coming over like this. The energy shoots somewhere else. So it's saying a branch don't have that power in itself, but it's from the root, because if the root dies, then everything gone, all the branches gonna fall off his way. Christ came into this world. He was a root out of dry ground. So this is telling you he's above the prophets that are the sons of Isaiah, sons and different things being the Messiah. He was a root out of dry ground. Anybody know anything about farming? Roots are not in dry ground. But if it don't start from the root, it can't grow. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No more can ye, except ye abide in me.
Uh-huh.
I am the vine.
What is he?
The vine.
See, he said, my father is the husbandman, though. He the one planted me.
Right.
My father is the husbandman. See, when Noah got off the ark, he became a husband and planted the vineyard, and he got a little broke the golden rule, him getting off the ark. Golden rule of the street got high on his own supply. Go ahead, where we at? That's right.
I am the vine,
Right,
ye are the branch.
right.
He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing.
That's plain and simple. It's impossible for you to move forward in this walk if you try to X Christ out of the picture. You're wasting your time. You're going to always keep coming back to him. All of the doctrines out there, but whenever something cataclysmic happens, what do they say? Oh, this was of
Oh, Lord, sweet Jesus.
How about this was of Quranic proportions? How about this was of Buddha proportions? How about this was of the meta proportions? They always come back and they say, you need to look at the example where this was put down. And it's found in the Bible. So why don't we chase these other books that don't satisfy, bread that don't satisfy? And then you spend money on that. Let's read some more. That was it on that.
Read down to 8.
Now we got to move around a little bit behind. You want to go down to 8, bro? Or we going to move on to 1 John 3? I need to move on to 1 John 3 because I want to get right into set up these two about kingdom life. What's going to be going on there so we get a clear understanding, y'all. And that's the question on everybody's heart. You know, wonder what's happening. That's when you're reading that Ecclesiastes. You're talking about somebody that went on, this was a good person, but they dead. But the scripts say, those that have not been tainted by the world yet are better than those that have already died and still alive, that you may be called a good person, but have maybe had to repent. You know, before you get to that age, this is why Satan is on the children. If I get you before puberty, then I've dirtied you up in your best garment, so to speak.
Bro, want to know I know what he had on his own supply.
He planted a vineyard, made some wine, and got oil.
Got drunk.
Got drunk on his own. He planted a vineyard, grew some grapes, and made some wine. And overconsumed.
Right. And what happened in his household was the same thing that happened in that Denzel Washington movie, Devil in a Blue Dress. And when old boy fell out on his wine, and Denzel said, oh yeah, he out.
He went there and got his woman, right?
Yeah. And his covering was taken at that point. And say when he woke up from his wine, he knew what had happened. How do you think he knew what had happened when he woke up from his wine? They gone. Smell the pork rice in the air. No good. Hey, you know, y'all see you gonna go drink your juice in the middle. When that girl mother came back home from church the first thing.
Oh, yeah, you up there?
Wait a minute, something.
Ran up them stairs.
Let's move on, y'all. What we at?
1 John chapter 3.
1 John chapter 3, verse 1.
Y'all know Israel. I ain't telling you that, y'all know. Same movie, y'all is. These youngsters, we have to keep it clean, though, y'all. As much as possible. Good, they are. Go ahead, let's
1
read on.
John chapter 3, verse 1.
What it say?
Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God.
That we should be called the sons of God. What manner of love have he bestowed upon us that would allow that to happen? But his word. Keeping it, obeying it, will allow us to become sons of God. Because when you're in the kingdom, that's where you become a son of God and you're no longer a son of man. But if you calling yourself a God now like the 5%ers,
Yeah.
like the boy from Wu-Tang Clan that dismembered himself, and now it comes back that they didn't put it back together. So he's saying, well, I was a God anyway, so I don't need it. Oh, so you're going to opt out. Now, what about the PCP you was taking? That made you jump out the window. And he didn't die.
Boy castrated himself and jumped out the window.
So y'all, these are the things what we're talking about that men will say with their mouths to cover their tracks. Instead of just laying it on the line and say, I was a PCP user, I quit for a minute and I went back and Satan brought back 7 of his partners with him. And I went over the line and I leaped out the window. I thought I could fly. That's what he said. I thought I could fly. And listen to the 911 tape. This boy's talking. Man, this crazy. The cut is. Yeah, sit down, man, sir. No, man, he just ran right past us and leaped over the mountain. But in the next breath, he said, I'm a God. Y'all, this is the foolish talk we're talking about. You don't even have to answer that one.
That's the rule.
Right.
That's what you don't do.
Don't even discuss it with him about that, because you see the next level of foolishness he's going to. I didn't need it anyway. Go ahead. Where we at?
That we should be,
What you say? Okay, go ahead, John.
that we should be called the sons of God.
Right?
Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Right?
Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it does not yet appear what we shall be.
See, it don't yet appear, y'all. See, because we still got this tainted flesh on us. But if you drive and if you striving for the word, because it said you should be called. Every word about it said might be saved, will be saved, shall be saved. But there's something right there versus just saying you are saved. Where it says you are saved is when it says you've been found washed and you're found worthy. Then you see the words you are saved. Everything else is might, will, or shall. You get how many credits in high school before you graduate? If you get 28 credits, so let's just say that, you shall graduate. But what's the key words? What you got to get?
Credits.
Okay. That's right. Let's get it, y'all. Where we at?
Continuation verse 2.
Uh-huh.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
So all of the tough talk about this, a boogeyman, invisible man, the Most High saying, if you believe, he said, you're going to be just like him, and we're going to get a couple scriptures where they actually saw him walking around in his spiritual flesh. Looked just like us, y'all, but he had on the supernatural clothing that he had at the beginning with his father, when they saw him again. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And every man that hath this hope in him,
Have this what?
hope in him, purifies himself, even as he is pure.
See, so the hope in it is that I will see Christ and I will be just like him. But the hope of that is not blind hope.
Right.
You just can't say, oh yeah, it was a rough night at the club, I need to get to church. That'll clean me up. No, that ain't no hope. That's false hope, like what do you call that faith? Blind faith. You know, go to that car lot and just claim that car.
Right.
Ain't no down payment. Ain't no paperwork. You just saying that charger right there. And you're going to go home and sit. And you think it's just going to show up at the door. That's blind faith. Give me some of that hope. What is that? Hebrews 11. That's where I want to go. So we understand this hope, y'all, just right quick. And what we got to strive to. See, we can't see what we expect, because if the Most High gave us a glimpse of it, he said to kill us right now to see a glimpse of the kingdom. Just a quick one of them will buzz your heart open. We're going to Hebrews 11. 1 to 6. See, y'all, just want to get the understanding of what righteous hope is. See, it talks about Abraham. 50 years before he even come up, any of the prophecies manifested for him. That's some patience, y'all. Told him he was going to have a son, and many years went by. Talking about the land that you're going to inherit, but was instructed. There's 3,000 years going to pass between you and this time, and he still was a believer. Y'all, the problem is if we hear at the earliest Christ's kingdom set on earth, as said the prophet that showed up yesterday, in the year 2067. How many of us be back down here next week?
Most High willing.
Most High willing.
Most High willing, the key words. Most High willing. Because y'all, you started to thinking now you ready to opt out. Or you started looking, well, I got playtime. No, you don't. What'd you say, bro? What'd you say over here? You're right. Right. Wait till the last second. Right.
In the end of 2066.
Right.
Countdown.
Right. 11 months, 30 days, and 59 seconds. Then you're going to quit. Where we at?
Book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Hebrews 11, 1 through 6.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
See, faith is something that you can't see. You can't go to Snooks and get it off the shelf. You know, you can't ask, check what aisle is faith in? Oh, you want number 10 right over there. No, you can't. It's not like that. Let's read some more.
Verse 2.
What it say?
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
What did the elders attain?
A good report.
By this hope, y'all, they obtained a good report. Go ahead.
Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
So we got to clearly understand that. It's like, look, faith did all that, and what faith is, the Most High said, let it be so, and there it was. Look, he showed it to us. He showed Moses a bush that was burning, but was not consumed. So you know where is that at? Where can we find that on earth? Not consumed, because what we'll do is get the wrong thing. We'll go stack up on all the Sarah Vegas we can find. This bush don't never run out.
Sarah Vegas.
Oh, y'all want to take Sarah Vegas. Where we at?
We're at verse 4. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
So what does this come down to? Obeying. Simple as that, right? This is what he said. By faith, he received a more excellent than Cain, which he obtained witness that he was righteous. So what is the witness? The Most High said, this is the way you sacrifice. He did right. Cain was told to do the same thing, and he said, I didn't script. Look, give me something else. He should accept this as well.
One of them believed what the Lord commanded, and one of them didn't.
That's the bottom line. Go ahead, brother.
Continuation of 4. God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaking.
Right.
By faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death.
Hold it, let's go back up to this guy testifying of his gifts. And by it, he being dead yet speaking. That's not talking about God being dead. That's talking about Abel. So we don't get no misunderstanding on that. By him being dead, the first child born of the twin of Cain first and then Abel, the second child, I should say, born in the garden. Outside the garden. And it talks about his blood cried up to the Most High as a witness of what happened to him. So we going all the way back, y'all. We're going all the way back to the first murder on planet Earth. That's right.
Please, it's in the book. Forgive me for not saying it.
So y'all, it's saying that even though he's been dead since that time, Abel is still talked about. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Still talked about. When you talk about two brothers don't get along, who the first names pop up? Cain and Abel. Let's read some more. What we at?
What I was saying, bro, I'm finna try to look it up just for better edification. In the book of Enoch, it talks about Abel's soul is making a plea to the Most High, you know what I'm saying, for the murder that was committed. Also in the Old Testament tells us that his blood was crying out.
That's right.
That's what I was talking about.
And that's what
Which
the
I
Most
get
High
to
says. It's in Genesis as well. The Most High say, I hear it. You know, his blood is crying out to me. You can kill that bell, which he already
He already knew. Yeah.
already know. He know everything, but he gives you an opportunity to come clean. Like our parents do. Look, I already know you're doing it. You're just going to tell. I'm still going to whoop you. I just want you to tell me the truth. I want to see if you truly sorry that you broke my commandments, or are you sorry that you got caught?
Right.
That's what it is.
But the punishment is still coming. What you got, brother?
And that's what goes on right now. That's what he's saying to us now. We gotta understand that people like that use this doctrine like you ain't gonna get no punishment. Like it's all cool. You just forgive it. Christ just forgive you and that's it.
That's right.
No, that ain't it. We gotta take out punishment. We gotta stand there and see this man. We gonna be begging out and crying. Our soul's gonna be the weight of a minute. We gotta take out punishment. We gotta know that.
That's right.
If you stand in there like that and take it,
Right.
we did that.
Yeah, we did.
That's right, Bob.
Every day.
There should be weakness and nasty.
Let's finish this up, y'all.
Verse
About a
5.
good half hour, y'all. We'll run through these other ones, so we get some clear understanding. Go ahead, bro. We at verse 5.
Verse 5 again. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
So we got the New Testament agreeing with Genesis, the book of Enoch, the book of Jasher, the book of Jubilees, all say the same thing. So what is made up about the New Testament? If you're referring back to everything you said in the Old, then that would be the key would to be go get the old records and say right here is where it went off.
Right.
But do they have that? No, they ain't got it. That's why they just start making up stuff about you. Go ahead, bro.
And was not found, because God had translated it.
See, that key word is called translated. We're going to get into that 1 Corinthians 15:51. You have to be translated to go anywhere around Christ. How you going to go with this mindset that we got? Some of us got bipolar attitudes. One minute I'm on, the next minute I'm off. I get turned up.
Let me read you about translation.
Go ahead, what does it say?
Definition of translation. 3346 in the concordance.
What does it say, man?
It says to transfer, i.e. literally transport, by implication exchange, change sides or pervert, carry over, change, remove, translate or turn. So we went from this physical realm into the spiritual realm.
Another level, y'all, and what happens is people will take drugs, PCP, LSD, lysergic acid, diethylamine, whatever you want that takes you to that other level, and that consciousness opens up to you. And you start seeing things that we can't see with the natural eye because you're looking through your pineal gland. But it's been opened up by wickedness. So you're peeping out at it now. And now you're seeing things that you shouldn't see on this level, in this realm, without the protection of Christ. That's why they tell you when they conjure up demons, you better not get outside the circle. The demons will kill you. So how you serving something you scared to death of that you done called him up, and then if you get on this side, he can kill you because I need to keep you right here. The Most High don't keep us as robots. He ain't never told us if you. He allows us. It's called free will. You make the decision on if you want to live or die. What you got back there, lad?
Shalom, bro. Hey, Walt, I'll call you Hebrew. I think it's in chapter 36, but I'm looking though. I'll call you. Give it to you. All right, shalom. Sorry about that.
Who has something? Lex, what you saying?
Another case of say like you sleep, when I saw when you sleep, and then like the devil try to attack you while you sleep.
Right.
But you're seeing everything in your room, everything looks the same, but then you wake up.
Absolutely. See, y'all, this is what talk about you. Now you're off a natural. And you can actually feel the spirits around you, but you can't because he got you paralyzed. The legal term, or they try to use it, the medical term, they call it sleep paralysis. They say your mind is woke, but your body is still asleep.
You can see everything with
And feel it.
And you wake up though, like that is not really sleep.
Oh, Oh, when you wake up, you know you were asleep because of the way you panic. And a lot of people are scared to go back to sleep behind that. That's why you have to pray before you go to sleep, so that your sleep may be sweet. You have to. If you don't do that, then you're subject for anything. Do y'all know spices and different things